Alright, welcome back to part 2 of this marriage matter. In fact, it's been amazing, and I believe we are learning things out of it. And now, because this is a live situation, and now on this point now, my viewers and my colleagues that are here, in such a marriage, when that has happened, we don't know what has happened before now that gave the woman the boldness to react this way. We don't know. We don't want to go into that. It's none of our business. Or perhaps this is just the first time this is happening. It could be. But to you, as a married man, Mr. Isaac, do you think this marriage should continue? In other words, do you think the man is wrong saying the woman should go apart? Perhaps he is scared. What would have happened tomorrow? Perhaps a woman that can slap her 3 times, which it was also wrong, like you said. How would you just see the devil at work in your home and you are encouraging the devil more to work? If you die in that process, you are gone.
Sure.
So it should have taken, a bit withdrawal. I call it withdrawal process. Shift a bit and allowed the thing to calm down. But he was there putting fire.
That's why it's wrong. Very wrong.
You see, very, very wrong.
Yeah.
And the thing was accumulating. But now, it has happened. Do you think such marriage should be encouraged to continue? They should still. I don't believe in divorce.
Sure.
But do you think they should still continue that marriage and still be together? Having a man that we don't know what will happen tomorrow as a man.
Well, to me, I think what the man has done in terms of telling her to have a space is okay, because at that moment she's furious. Something else can happen from that time. So, but I don't think it's the best thing for them to separate. But they've been joined together, so better for worse. What has happened, they should just try and find a way of reconciling the thing. They should not allow little things to just tarnish the marriage. I think they should still look into it and just try and reconcile things and just talk about it and see the weak point of each other and just try and control themselves. If it's the sister that is making all this stuff, they should tell her to go. So they should be together and build their home, not to just parted and separated. That's what I think.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Isaac. I think you're making a point here. That at the first point in time, there is a way, the extent it will get to. If it becoming out of hand, there's a need for a bit space.
Yes.
And when they are in that space, they shouldn't also let it to linger for long,
Sure.
leading to the total breakage of the marriage.
Sure.
Because it is for better
for worse.
They should see reasons to make a correction.
Sure.
Come together, blend together,
Yes.
and make the marriage work.
Yes, sure.
I think it's a nice point, but we have a different views in life.
It is,
so
yes.
I think my opponent, by my right hand side, may also have something to say about it. So as a lady, what do you think? You think it's right going apart for a while, like he said, or should they just continue and remain in that house? Or just what do you have to say?
Like I earlier said, it's manipulative, and the action for the of the man the first time. That's why I tell some people, like especially men, women can be so provocative. That sometimes you have to just take out your time before you take any serious decision.
Sure.
Because so many times women just want to see what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, it's man, right?
They're
Let me see if it's man enough to handle me. As they just do one kind of thing, like, and you fall for it. So sometimes in trying to take decisions, take out your time before you take decisions.
Of course.
Where? And don't provoke a woman. See, a woman can provoke you, but she will let go. But don't provoke a woman, because you think she's not going to do anything. She will do the worst. Women hate when you provoke them. But men don't like what you're working on their pride, on their ego. Yes, leave the power for them. But you see him provoking a woman, like trying to condemn her. Like I heard Pastor Oyedepo say something when he was talking about a marriage seminar. I said, he would tell a woman, I don't know why you are just a beast. He said, when you come back and you will wait, you will see that real beast you're talking about. So anything you tell a woman to do, that's what she brings out. Anything you give a woman, she will give you double of it. So when you're saying, slap me,
the man asks her, slap me.
Slap me.
So She was responding.
She was. It was what the man was giving her. Was putting into her. She was giving it back. So sometimes you have to mind the words. Most especially you use by even talking to a lady. That's one thing. If you go to any marriage therapist, I will still tell you the same thing, because so many women build a mess out of just little words you just say. And again, I'm not supporting the woman. Please don't get me wrong. She did something totally wrong. What I'm trying to say is that I'm trying to boil down to the fact that we need to still build our home despite anything, any situation, any circumstances. It doesn't mean that when there is the violence in the home, you shouldn't speak out and you shouldn't give a space. No. When it comes to that angle, you need to, because sometimes not only women that go under violence. Sure. Also, men also do that. Some women beat their husband. So sometimes also give in that area. That one has graduated. You need to give a space. But concerning this woman, we don't know their background and we don't know how they live. But looking at these circumstances, this circumstance,
yes.
Yeah,
I'm sure. To me, it's not enough, because there's still better ways to still communicate and settle this issue. Though you are angry, but even the first time she even slapped you, like, why will you slap me? Just walk away. Men, if your women are all tempered, you need to calm down. You two cannot be boiling at the same time.
So are you encouraging the space at this particular instance? Do you agree to the fact that when they come to this point or going beyond this point, there should be a space, perhaps a temporal space?
Yes, why I'm saying that, because instead of it to lead to a break-up,
yeah,
let it be a space and let everybody be done on what just happened. Did she really slap me? Oh, did I really slap my husband?
Yes.
And if he himself can't undo it, he's a pastor, like he said. He has
yeah.
He should go see a counselor. He should go see the head pastor there and bring up the issue. Because I think if the man is a pastor, then the woman will be a pastor's wife. You know, they are group, all those group stuff. They have to see a counselor. They have to see the church. They need to talk about it. Because sometimes, once the action takes place, it also works down to the man's character. As it will totally change. It will totally change. And if he doesn't want that to happen in his own, he needs to see the counselor if he needs the marriage to work. Because some people too, they're looking for just a little thing to just make the marriage just even end. And so when they get the space, they are all for it. And don't just look at, one thing you shouldn't forget is that the devil doesn't look for somewhere good, somewhere that is already bad, rather. He looks for somewhere good to make it bad. So we should also be mindful. We should also be mindful of what we do in our marriage and what we allow. Some kind of things may come out and there may be manipulation, but you yourself, the other partner, should be sensitive to the Spirit of God.
Sure.
Should be sensitive enough. Because the devil won't like that kind of union to be, and you continue to terrorize his kingdom. He doesn't want that. So we should be sensitive enough. In this case, you need to say a counselor word or a marriage therapist. Or you just stay apart and everything is solved. And that's why courtship is very important.
Very, very.
Very important. Not just courting, but making good use of every little time you have in your courtship to talk about all these little things. It really matters.
It's all right. Thank you very much. I think that's going to be another topic. My partner is already entering into another topic. Courtship is a different topic entirely. Now, we've gotten some points out of it now. We need to see the therapist or a counselor when it becomes necessary. Because at this point now, the Bible said everyone is wise in his own way.
In his own way. Yeah.
Sure.
Even when you are wrong, to your own self, you feel you are right.
Yeah,
so sometimes
the way that estimates right to the man leads to destruction.
So sometimes when we say that is beyond us, we should seek for counseling. I think we are hearing that.
Sure.
Counseling is very, very important.
Very
Number one. Number two, when you see that it is going out of hand, we are not encouraging, personally I'm not encouraging divorce. But when it becomes necessary, there should be a space.
Yeah.
When there's a space, the partners will be able to think aright, reason aright, and come up with something positive.
The space can be in the house, so
something,
another room.
Yes. Something,
it doesn't mean going out.
Okay, yeah, something good to make the marriage work. So this is what we have for you today on this marriage matter. But before we draw the curtain, you are married. What is your advice to couples who are married already, or those in courtship intending to get married? What do you just in few sentences? What do you think? What is your advice to them? You know, most of them are finding themselves in this situation.
Of course.
And maybe they will not have the mind to speak out, but they are dying silently. It could be the man, it could be the woman. So, what is your advice to them in summary?
Well, to me, both couples in home should also use wisdom in building a home.
Okay.
Because they should also understand that there's always a manipulation from the devil. So they should find a way of just using their wisdom to build a family. And also, if one is paranoid, you should calm down. If the man is paranoid, they should calm down. They should try and build a home with wisdom. And also, if something is getting out of hand, then they should seek for counseling. Is it that from their pastor or from a counselor instead, which does help family. Because no one is perfect. We all have our own view of doing things. So, but no one is perfect. Some have weak points, each other have weak points. So we should all try and be united in the home, in marriage. If the husband did something wrong, I'm sorry. It's not too much. If the other person did something wrong, I'm sorry. What we should create in the family is peace, not breaking the family. Because a breaking home is not the best because of the children, upcoming future children.
Thank you very, very much. That's the advice. We mustn't break up what we have been building for long. Seek counseling when it is necessary. Use wisdom, and let's not be two captains. What do I mean? Like he said, you know, he is very, very educated. I can't pick up English he just used now. So, if the man is, what he just said again, if the man is angry, there's a language, there's an English he used.
Paranoid.
Paranoid. Okay. If the man is paranoid, the woman should be calm. And if the woman is paranoid, let the man be calm. That is how the home will keep overcoming some others, some challenges attached to marriage. So lastly, my sister beside me now, in just a few little sentences, what is also your advice from your own view as a single to those yet to get married? What is your advice to them?
Yeah, my advice is that make your courtship resourceful. One thing, first, don't forget that God is the originator of marriage. And you know, someone who has the manual of marriage, the creator, you should always go back to him if there is any issue. Even along your courtship, there are some kind of things you don't like. It's better you say it now than when you get there. And make your marriage resourceful. However, listening to messages, there are a lot of messages on marriages. Some people don't like listening to them. Those are experiences of a lot of people that bring together in one topic. You just have to learn from a lot of people's mistakes. We don't use our own experience to learn, but use people's own mistakes to learn and have experience from other people's own experiences. It doesn't mean it must happen to you first. So one thing is that you should build your relationship on God and make your courtship resourceful. Read books, talk, communicate with your partner. That is the best thing. Communicate with your partner, because that is a very important key during courtship. It's going to help because you can know, okay, in this situation, this is what we need to do. When it comes to this is what we need to do. So it's very important you communicate and make such a courtship resourceful.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're going to have a lot to talk in our next video. A lot. Like I told you, it's going to be different aspects: motivational, spiritual, all of it. All right. So we have seen a lot today. But you know one thing: only God is the pioneer of every successful marriage. No matter the level of your courtship, no matter the duration of your courtship, take away God from it, that marriage will not stand.
Sure.
There are people who have gone into courtship, even 5 years courtship. They have been dating for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. At the same time, when you come into the marriage, most of them even break up at the end of it. Then what happened? How about the time spent on courtship?
The sweet times.
How about it? So God, He is the pioneer of the marriage. So at any time, run back to Him. Hand over everything to Him. Don't rely on your own wisdom and understanding. There's a way that cement right to a man. and the end thereof is destruction. So take it back to God. Courtship is good. You have time to learn, to study your partner, but at the foundation, having God in it. So thank you for watching us today on this marriage matter. We meet you next time in Amazing Reality. Like, subscribe, and comment.
Click on the notification button.
Thank you very much. We are praying together that as many that has marriages having issues, ups and downs, in agreement of faith, we ask that God will bring peace into such a marriage.
Amen.
Those in passing difficult times, challenges and issues, misunderstanding, the God who is a captain, who is the originator, who is a founder, who has the manual of marriage, will give understanding, will give wisdom, will give peace and unity into every marriage in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Lord.
For in Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you. See you next time.
Bye.
This has to be the paper. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.